Hello, dividend growth stock investors. It is Colby, the DGI Crab, coming to you with the Great Dividend ETF Race, episode 6. Wow, I can't believe already 6 episodes into this series. Every other Tuesday, I drop a video going over this portfolio that I am handling on the SoFi platform, where I am investing $5 each every single week into 8 very popular dividend themed ETFs. We have the list right up here in front of us. We've got 4 Vanguard ETFs: VYM, VYMI, VIG, and VBR, Schwab's SCHD, State Street's SPYD, iShares DGRO, and Wisdom Tree's DHS. And the point of this series is to show that anyone can invest, even if they don't have a ton of money to throw into the market each and every week. And if they don't have a lot of knowledge in terms of individual stocks, they're not a nerd with a spreadsheet like me, or maybe like you. Admit it if you've got a spreadsheet, no shame in it. But hey, just because you don't have a ton of money or a ton of knowledge doesn't mean that you should be left out in the cold when it comes to building up passive income over time. So that's exactly what this series is designed to illustrate. And before I get into the specifics on the investments, I will preface everything, of course, by saying I'm not a licensed professional financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before you invest. These opinions in the video are just the opinions of this one DGI crab. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the portfolio here on the SoFi platform. You can see here we are on SoFi. Here's the different investments that I've done here. By the way, I do have a small amount of Lamb Research, LRCX, in here. Now that's separate from the series. If you check in the link below, there is a referral link to SoFi. If you click on my link, sign up for SoFi. You'll get a bonus for signing up using the link, and I will use my bonus on whatever you tell me to, so long as it's not one of these 8 ETFs, and so long as it is something that pays a dividend. All you have to do is just click the link, sign up, fund the account, and then send me an email, dgicrab@yahoo.com. Let me know what you'd like me to invest that money in that I receive from that link, and I'll never sell it. So this was the first person that did that. They recommended LRCX, so that's what that is. And then here's our ETFs. So we've got a pretty close race here. I'm actually going to switch over to the spreadsheet that I track all this stuff on, so we can a little bit more easily see where we're standing on all of this. So SPYD, State Street's High Dividend Yield ETF, continues to be now pretty comfortably on top in terms of the total value of the portfolio. You'll see I've been at this for 12 weeks now. So there is $60 invested into each of these 8 ETFs. Still, only DHS has paid us out any dividends. That's the only one on the list that is a monthly payer. But here, coming up at the end of September, I'm going to get dividends for the first time for each of the other 7, as well as a third round of dividends from DHS. So we'll have to see if that alters things any. But I'll tell you what, the one with the second highest current yield is in fact SPYD. So I would think even after receiving a round of dividend payments, SPYD is going to be even further in the lead, because that should be the largest dividend payment received outside of maybe VYMI, the Vanguard High Dividend International ETF. International dividends can be a little hit or miss, a little bit more inconsistent than the American counterparts. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But so far, SPYD comfortably out in front still. Those high yielding stocks that make up that portfolio, the 80 highest yielding stocks in the S&P 500 to be exact, are just carrying this thing along, and everything else is just really getting outperformed thus far. Let's see, a couple of milestones. So got to one share even of DGRO. There's maybe a slightly fractional amount of shares higher than one, but it doesn't even go beyond the first 3 decimal points. So we're just going to call that one share. So that's the second ETF that I've gotten to the point where now there's a full share of it. SPYD was the other one. And portfolio overall still up. Overall, total of $14 higher than the amount invested. So definitely can't complain about that. The projected annual forward dividend income this portfolio should be paying out now is $14.98. And again, after we see what those third quarter dividends are going to be, hopefully I'll know that by the time that I do episode 7, 2 weeks from today, and we can sort of evaluate whether or not the dividend per share on these 8 ETFs have gone up or gone down since the last time around, because we'll be comparing the third quarter dividend payout this year to the third quarter of last year, and we'll just have to wait and see how that's played along over the course of the year. So yield on cost still sitting at just a little bit above 3% collectively. Not too bad. And the projected dividend growth rate on this, a little bit hard to say, but I would think that probably at a minimum it's going to be about 5%. I don't expect much rapid dividend growth rate from SPYD. And VYMI, again, that one might be a little hit or miss depending on the year, but certainly VIG, I'm expecting at least high single digit dividend growth rate. VYM, maybe a couple of points behind VIG, but still should pretty consistently grow theirs by 5 to 7%. DGRO and SCHD both have excellent track records of dividend growth rate. And even monthly paying DHS has a 5-year growth rate in around 4 to 5%. So I definitely expect the yield on cost as we move along to continue to go up. But for right now, because of when I started this, it was right after all of these other 7 dividend ETFs had paid out their Q2 dividends. So that's why we just haven't received any more than 22 cents yet in dividend payouts. But definitely going to be getting that number up quite a bit by the time episode 7 comes around. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Let me know down in the comments below which of these ETFs that you own, and maybe throw a guess at me as to which one of these 8 do you think will have the highest overall value by the end of the year. If I had to guess right now, oh man, I mean that's really kind of a tough one. I mean, right now VIG is the one that's down here at the very bottom, but this is probably the one that has the best track record in terms of share price appreciation. It's also the one that's going to pay us out the least amount in dividends between now and then. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But if I had to guess, I would probably say it will be VIG in the long run. But the longer it lags behind in share price to SPYD, the more of a disadvantage it's going to be. Because like I said, SPYD is going to pay us out more in dividends than VIG will. And that's going to factor into the equation. So let me know what you think. Email me any questions that you may have at dgicrab@yahoo.com. Links down below to the 4 tiers where I go over the 60 individual growth stocks that this channel focuses on. Just take your age, look at the list, pick the video that your age category falls under, and you'll see the stocks that I think are the best of the best choices in terms of dividend growth stocks based on your age and time horizon. So what the channel is all about, you all building up passive income, but doing it in an appropriate way where we are taking time horizon of your investments into consideration. The longer you have, the dividend compounders are going to make you the most money. And the shorter your time horizon, hey, you don't have time to let rapid dividend growth rate but small yield work its magic. You're going to have to acquire higher yielding stuff quickly. So Let me know what you all think about that as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. And until next time, keep investing, everybody. Whether it's in ETFs, single stocks, just select quality and let that passive income build up. Take care, everybody.